Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and that intro is a new podcast that I'm going to be doing. Yeah, something fresh for everyone actually in the world. It's going to focus on Web3 tools to amplify your voice, your business, or any message you might have. But today's video, we're going to be talking about digital assets like XRP, Flare, Bitcoin, SWI, all along with updates that impact your space. Overall, the market is up slightly. Meme coins, yes, all day have been dominating the price action. Shiba Inu, Pepe, Floki, Fartcoin, Doge, Boink, I can barely say them. 6 out of the top 10 by market cap were the 24-hour top gainers. It's just so much of this liquidity is still going into these meme coins. So we're talking 12 to 13, 14% up on average. Well, it commands a lot of liquidity. The Bitcoin dominance is currently at 60%. In order for us to see a significant move in altcoins, Bitcoin needs to dip back down into the low 50s or even high 40s. That is a solid indicator to show when liquidity starts to move into the altcoins. Yes, it was a huge day. This is SBI Holdings in Japan, and Mr. Kitao, the founder, CEO, and chairman of a conglomerate that has more than 200 companies with a big global footprint, especially in Asia, is pictured in the middle there with Jeremy Allaire of Circle holding a full-page ad of the USD stablecoin that went live and liquid today in Japan at 7 p.m. Is it strange? No, I don't think so. People are wondering, but isn't SBI the largest outside shareholder of Ripple? Well, they started this deal 2 years ago, way before Ripple even announced that they were going to do a US stablecoin. Will they handle RLUSD? I'm not sure, because I don't know the details of this partnership. But what is a little strange to me is Mr. Musashi Akuyama, who is a Ripple board member, is there pictured second from the left with a bow tie. I don't know. I think it's a little awkward, but then maybe not. If the RLUSD is just coming, then of course it makes sense that he's there, and it makes sense that it's not awkward. Let's talk a little bit about ETFs, Bitcoin ETF inflows. Finally, more than the outflows, which occurred for 5 weeks in a row. 744 million in US dollars now, sitting at 95 billion total. Yes, it's really a good indicator that there's money flowing back into crypto. But with Ethereum, no, it extended its outflow streak to 4 weeks in a row. And what does JPMorgan think about the inflows on Solana and XRP? Well, they've made some estimates. Solana, 2.7 billion to 5.2 billion in the first 6 to 12 months, and XRP inflows are expected to be somewhere between 4.3 billion to 8.4 billion. A little warning, I know that the USD Tether news triggers many of you. It shouldn't. It's just pure research. And the question is, will USD Tether get an audit from one of the big 4 audit companies? There is no question. Yes, they will. And they're also looking to do a special US domestic stablecoin. It's likely on the way, and both of them are going to get a full audit. I'm going to play a clip for you at the end of this video, which is from a podcast that occurred today while it was uploaded by Nick Carter. It's excellent, and you can see in the words of Paolo, it is coming with the new CFO he hired. The XRP ecosystem has a new wallet by Deaton Labs, and they're asking people, what kind of rewards do you think would be the most exciting in their up-and-coming campaign? Would you want to see Deaton points, Would you want to see XRP, RLUSD, or Root? Well, my guess is XRP will be the top choice, but as a trader, with the market cap and current price of Root, it's not such a slam dunk for me, to be honest. It was really great to get back together with Brian again. We've been talking on each other's channels for, 5 years? This is Sentiment. They're working with Ripple. They've built a special dashboard for the XRP Ledger ecosystem. I was on a 90-minute call with him yesterday. We not only talked XRP, we also talked Flare and SWI. If you want to listen to the video, it's up on YouTube, and you can find it on the Sentiment feed on X. Some breaking news earlier today. John Deaton is going to hold a Zoom meeting to discuss what's likely happening with LINQTO, as well as Organize. So he is quoted as saying, "We fought together once before and we'll fight together again." Email his office or do a direct mail. John wants to have you on that Zoom call if you are a LINQTO customer. As you know, they've had some regulatory problems, and, well, the entire executive team has pretty much been thrown out and a new team has come in. They've hired the monster law firm from the Bay Area, Sullivan and Cromwell. Scary group of guys. So connected, so powerful. And it looks like they're up to, well, let me just tell you, it looks like it's in the middle of a hostile takeover. Now, what I find here that's really strange and interesting at the same time is Joe Endoso, who was the president and a board director, who is obviously out. He is off the LINQTO website and nowhere to be found. I can tell you that he has not changed his LinkedIn, and he even put out a congrats and good luck to the new endeavor that Eleanor Terrett has taken on, and he gave her "you'll absolutely crush it" for encouragement. I find it very strange that he has not changed his profile. Yes, reality is stranger than fiction sometimes. We've got an interesting letter from Rob Cunningham. I don't know, this has got such colorful language in it. I probably am not going to read it on this video. But basically it is, well, accusing a hostile takeover is underway. And it is definitely talking to Sullivan and Cromwell and the current LINQTO executive team. I really can tell you I didn't have this on my bingo card. And just before I went to record for this video, I happened to find an investment case for XRP by BITWISE. They are the third applicant to file for an XRP ETF, and in this report, they have given price targets for 2025, 2026, 27, 28, 29, and 2030. I'm going to take you all the way out to the bear case, bull case, and max case. All the way, let's go to 2030. This report was done when the price of XRP was $3.08. And a bear case price in 2030 is at 13 cents. A bull case price is at $12.68. The max case price is sitting at $29.32. As most of you know, I don't talk price, but it does seem quite conservative to me. The report has been specifically produced for professional investors only, such as asset managers, private banks, private wealth organizations, registered investment advisors, registered security firms, fund service platforms, family offices, insurance companies, hedge funds, sovereign and pension funds. So maybe this is why you're seeing a very conservative price targets, because this is the responsibility for, well, when you think of sovereign and pension funds, you definitely don't want to jump on the hype train. I've got a link to that investment case on my X. I've got a link to that investment case on my X account, and yeah, feel free to download it. And I'm going to let this video, I've got a link to that investment case on my X account, and to take you out on this video is that very short 2-minute clip from the Tether CEO. It's really worth listening to. I know even if you don't like Tether, you should do your own research, and I'm just trying to help you. And please don't tell me that it's a scam, because they're going to get a full audit and they're going to launch a US domestic stablecoin. So they're going to be here to stay for a while. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
Is it your intent or desire to one day have some operations in the U.S. or even ultimately onshore the business into the U.S.?
That's a very good question. So I think that Tether International, the international stablecoin, should remain international, just because it makes, does not is not suited to be a competitor to PayPal, for example. But definitely, given, and we are going to watch the bill for the requirements of for US domestic stable coins, and we would be open to create a domestic stablecoin in the US, because we still have, I believe that we have the best technology also for the US, but would be clearly a different business model. And so we would need to do a bit of research and understand how we can play in the US. That is a market that we never played into. And but that is very exciting. It sounds very exciting. But nevertheless, both the international stablecoin and the domestic stablecoin would go through a full audit. That's why we hired the new CFO that you mentioned. Simon has incredible experience. He went through multiple contentious full audits. I mean, the Tether one should not be contentious. I mean, our balance sheet is very easy. Nevertheless, when you have Senator Warren and Operation Choke Point 2.0, and big four auditors are discouraged to take on crypto customers, that's not easy. I would call that contentious. So now I think we are in a good place. I think that the audit will remain and is top of our priority list. But now with the change of administration in the US, that change demonstrated and signaled to the big four auditing firms that is okay to work with the crypto firms, and so we are already seeing that change with much more openness.